2025, everybody wants something more from life. AI has a big foothold on life now. Aliens, UFOs, Project Bluebeam, and so much more. So here goes. Aliens and UFOs became everyday topic, and people stopped working and being productive talking about they were waiting on the aliens to get here. Not any old aliens but the Anunnaki aliens, was said to be aliens that look like black people anywhere between 7 to 10 feet tall in a cigar-shaped UFO. To me that's a wild one, but anything is possible. When I last heard about these Anunnaki aliens, it was said that they were being hostile allegedly by President Trump. It is weird to me how they talking to these different aliens and not tell us nothing, but now they talking about alien attack on the world. I don't know, maybe they may just be coming to move everybody to a safer place and the government doesn't want people to leave, who knows. Isaiah chapter 27 verse 1, call it the fleeing serpent, and the dragon that is in the sea, describing God's final defeat of Leviathan at the end of days. Psalms 74-14 speaks of God crushing the head of the Leviathan, linking it to God's victory over chaos and evil. As we speak right now, people are alleging that they are singing the Leviathan in the seas. I hope not, I am not ready for that right now. So the next big thing right now is a man who is creating a robot that is fire resistant, bulletproof, waterproof. It is supposed to be an indestructible robot. Now my question is, why would somebody create a thing of that sort? This to me sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. So what if this robot goes rogue, it start doing things and underlying animals and people because it feels like it? There would be no way to shut that thing down. That is crazy amongst the other crazy things that people come up with. I am quite sure it may be a way to stop it, but for now what they are saying, it will be unstoppable. As you can see, these robots that you are seeing now are robots that I thought would look and be nice. These robots would be programmed to protect and take care of all humans. There would be no picks or chooses of who to protect because all lives matter. They would be programmed to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, anything you need them to be to help give a better quality to life. Yes, they might do look a little ghetto. Hey, what do you expect from a black woman trying to come up with a better way of life? At least my robots will be for the greater good, not to make war and all of that chaos and bad stuff. The Guardians of Tomorrow. Chapter 1. The Herbalist. In the heart of the city, where the air was heavy and the hospitals too far away, the herbalist robots walked with baskets of green life. Their shells were scratched, their joints squeaked, but their hands were steady. One leaned down to a coughing child and spoke softly. Little one, the earth has medicine for every hurt. Drink this tea, and let the breath return to your chest. Mothers wept in gratitude, elders blessed them. The herbalists didn't just heal, they reminded people that life itself could be gentle again. Chapter 2. The Mechanic. By day, the streets echoed with the clatter of broken engines and squeaky chains. The mechanic robots roamed with tool belts rattling at their sides. A young man's car stalled in the middle of the block. He cursed under his breath until a tall, patched-up robot crouched beside the hood. Brother, no stress, the robot rumbled warmly. Machines talk to me, I'll have you rolling before the sun sets. True to its word, the engine roared back to life within minutes. No charge, the robot said, wiping oil from its hands. Your journey matters more than money. Every neighborhood soon learned, nothing stayed broken for long. Chapter 3. The Guardians. At night, the streets belonged to shadows, until the Guardians came. Towering machines, patched with dents and paint, their eyes glowed like lanterns. Children greeted them without fear. Evening, young one, a Guardian said as it walked a girl home. Your steps are safe. Darkness cannot swallow what I protect. When gangs cornered a man in an alley, the Guardian's voice thundered, no more harm. Leave these streets, or meet a wall stronger than steel. The attackers scattered, and the man bowed his head in awe. Chapter 4. Angels in Disguise. At first, people mocked them. Too rusty, some said. Too ugly. But over time, no one cared about dents or wires anymore. What mattered was the healing tea, the fixed wheels, the safe nights. And when rumors of alien destroyers spread, the robots spoke with one voice. We may look rough. We may look ghetto, but our hearts are built for you. Trust us, and we will never leave your side. The world listened, and the world grew safer. They are not machines, the people finally said. They are angels in disguise. The birth of the Guardians. The world had fallen into chaos. Disease spread through cities. Machines broke down faster than they could be fixed, and the streets were ruled by fear. The powerful nations looked the other way, building weapons instead of solutions. But from the heart of forgotten neighborhoods, a group of brilliant black inventors rose up with a different dream. They were engineers, herbalists, mechanics, teachers, descendants of those who had always built greatness out of nothing. Their ancestors had forged nations while living under chains. Now they would forge a future free from fear. In a workshop built from scrap metal and recycled wires, they created the first robots. Not polished, not rich-looking, but strong, kind, and wise. The herbalist robots came from the wisdom of black grandmothers who had healed their families with roots, teas, and prayers when doctors turned them away. The inventors programmed this healing knowledge into machines that could plant gardens, share medicine, and speak words of comfort. The mechanic robots were inspired by fathers and brothers who fixed cars with bare hands, who could make an engine run with nothing but grit and genius. These robots carried that same spirit, repairing the world piece by piece so no family would ever be stranded in need. The Guardians were built from the courage of ancestors who had protected their people from slavery, injustice, and violence. Tall and unbreakable, they walked the streets not as oppressors but as protectors. Their voices were kind to the innocent, yet thunderous to the wicked. You will not harm our people. The world laughed at first, mocking their dents, their rough shells, their ghetto look. But soon the truth could not be denied. Sickness healed, machines ran, families felt safe again. And when dark forces, both human and alien, came to destroy, the Guardians stood firm like walls of iron, declaring, "We are the hands of the people who made us. We are here because love built us, and love will never fall." From that day on, no one doubted who had saved the world. It was not the rich, nor the powerful, but the brilliance and resilience of black creators, who took struggle and turned it into salvation. We are living in the last days. People are coming up with some of the smartest and some of the weirdest things. But in the end, God always has the last say so about anything, but I will take my chances with God.